1563 Sycamore was the address. From the moment we drove up the gravel path, I knew this house was going to be our fresh start. My wife Anna had always dreamt of a quaint home away from the city hustle, and the kids Lily and Max were excited about their new larger rooms. The house was an old Victorian beauty, with its towering gables and expansive yard that seemed to span on forever. As we unpacked, I noticed a rope dangling from a sturdy oak tree in the backyard. Probably a remnant of a kid's swing, I thought, shrugging it off. It was our third night in the new house when I first heard it, a faint creaking like floorboards straining under weight. I sat up in bed, my heart pounding. Anna slept soundly beside me. I tiptoed to the kids' room. They were sound asleep. The house was still, yet the creaking continued, like a slow rhythmic dance. I checked every nook and cranny, finding nothing but the echo of my own footsteps. Each night the creaking returned. It became our uninvited nocturnal guest. Anna joked it was the house settling in, but the knots in my stomach told a different story. That evening, as the house groaned and settled around me, a thought struck me. The internet. I hadn't thought to look up the house's history online. Huddled in the dim glow of my laptop, I typed in the address, 1563 Sycamore. Page after page of search results painted a grim picture. Local family vanishes without a trace. One headline read. Another detailed a series of unexplained disappearances spanning decades, all linked to this house. The articles were old, obscured by time, never popping up in our initial searches. With each click, a sinking feeling grew in my stomach. Photos of smiling families, happy and unaware of the fate that awaited them in this very house, stared back at me. Each story ending the same. No traces, no leads, just an empty house. I shut the laptop, my mind reeling. How had I missed this? Why hadn't anyone warned us? The house seemed to lean in closer, as if eager to hear my racing thoughts. I found myself drawn to the oak tree. Its branches swayed gently, as if breathing. I reached out to grab the rope down, but as I touched it, a chill ran down my spine. The rope felt alive, pulsating with a century's worth of whispers. "Help us," a faint voice seemed to say on the wind. I recoiled, my mind racing. Was I losing my grip on reality? Then one by one, they disappeared. First it was Lily. We searched frantically, but she was nowhere. The police were baffled. No signs of forced entry, no clues. Then 2 nights later, Max vanished. His room was untouched, his bed neatly made, as if he had never been there. Anna became a shell of herself, her eyes hollow, her voice a mere whisper. I tried to hold on, for her, for them, but the house, it was consuming us. The next night I woke up to an empty bed. "Anna!" I screamed, my voice echoing through the empty halls, but there was no answer. The house was eerily silent, the creaking gone. I stumbled outside, my heart in my throat. There under the oak tree, I saw them. Anna, Lily, and Max, all suspended from the branches, lifeless. Their faces twisted in terror, the rope now multiplied, encircling each of them, holding them in its cruel embrace. I fell to my knees, the world spinning around me. The trees seemed to mock me, its leaves rustling with a sinister satisfaction. Days turned into weeks. I couldn't leave. I couldn't abandon them. The house watched me, its windows like judging eyes. The tree stood there, a monument to my family, to my failure. I'm writing this as a warning. If you're reading this, stay away from 1563 Sycamore. The house, the tree, they're cursed. I hear the creaking again, louder this time. It's calling for me, the last member of the family. I know I can't escape it. Tonight, I will join my family. The rope waits for me, a noose prepared for its final victim. As I walk towards the tree, I feel their presence around me, their whispers in my ear. "Join us, Daddy. We're waiting." Thank you for listening to Why Is There a Rope in My Tree? If you enjoyed this story, please leave a like. And if you enjoy hearing stories from me, please subscribe and become a resident of Hill Street and let me know how I'm doing in the comments. And I hope all of you have a fantastic night.